What did you go do? Oh, you went to go eat burgers.
No, just barbecue.
Oh, like ribs?
Yes, the stream is working.
Oh,
I
wow.
actually don't know what it.
That was it.
I actually don't know what it's called in English. The
Really?
side.
Describe it.
It's the side. Well, we just call it mørbrad. It's weird. I don't know what to call it in English. It's like the meat on the side of the pig. Like
Pork chops?
Yes, I think.
No, it's not pork chops. No, it's a long, slender piece of meat.
Bacon?
You cook it. What?
Bacon?
Nope.
Oh.
But it was wrapped in bacon.
Pig wrapped
it's
in
like
bacon?
a fillet. It's a fillet. Pig fillet, but like further inside the meat. It's a bit further in.
Damn it.
It's like a very, very tender piece of meat. Like the best meat on a pig. It's fantastic.
Wow, that does sound pretty good.
Tenderloin.
Yep. Just
Tenderloin?
it was just rolled in chilies and well, just a lot of chili pepper on it, and then just rolled in bacon and onto the barbecue for half an hour. Goddess.
Alright, so I figured out the stream issue. It was because I was on Ultra. I put it on high and it's working fine now.
Oh, so Twitch couldn't. It's too much.
Yeah.
Please.
Twitch can't handle my computer, apparently.
Oh god, that would be a good one though. Just like, yeah, my computer is so beast. Twitch
I broke Twitch.
Yeah. Twitch. I got banned from Twitch. Oh, what did you do? My computer was too much a beast. But that doesn't make sense.
So, okay. Now the button is just kicking.
What have you done?
Well, that's not my
Oh,
fault.
now I know why. It's when I hold it. This weapon, it does it.
It does what? What's that?
Wait.
Door rules will be strictly enforced.
Build. Now I need to look. Where is the wool? Smooth. Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Who knows?
Alright. Well, that's cool.
Wait.
I bet you can't.
What
find
level are
me.
you in, Kronos?
What?
What level are you in?
What?
What level?
Oh,
Silver.
I am 35.
Are you going the water way this time?
Then we may be.
Wait, how much were you?
35.
Oh, okay. I'm 15. Alex,
We
what
should probably.
are you?
No, let's see. Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. We should just be happy that we didn't build on the other side of the river.
Oh, you mean the south side? Why?
Because new players building zone, the oasis. New players are encouraged to build in the green zone on the map above. This area is strictly limited to players under level 30.
Oh,
Players here are allowed one structure, and it must consist of tier 1. It must be 4 by 4 foundations and 2 stories high or smaller.
this is way larger.
Oh.
But all the bases around us are as well.
So
So they're actually encouraging. Well, we technically
we are outside
still
of the
under
green
30,
zone.
so he is allowed as well. It's a collective.
Night.
Wait, do we
We
have
are
to
outside
move?
of the green zone.
Oh, we're outside.
Yes, it's on the other side of the river.
So we're
so
okay.
that's the green zone.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
well that's good news.
Good news. Good news, everyone.
Although I do want to move north sometime, for sure.
Yeah, me too. I would very much like to go to the green area up north. Just because you can get some pretty cool named NPCs there.
Yeah.
There, and also in the if you go to the jungle, all to the right, the top right, there's like a lot of ships that have shipwrecked in their cove.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty cool place as well.
Well, we could just take some supplies and leave. and go start building.
Well,
I don't really care about, you know, I can just come back and destroy it after, or we could make trips later or something.
yeah, we can make trips. I got the rest of the day free. I am a free. Knight is a free man now.
Strangely enough, we're celebrating the freedom of our country, and that makes me not free later. Because I have to go to a dumb barbecue.
You have?
Yeah, there's a 4th of July. Today's the 4th of July, so we're all celebrating
Oh,
Happy
Independence.
America Day.
Wait. What?
Yeah, well, it's
Oh, yes.
4th of July, yes. Independence Day, yes.
Oh,
But
but actually, 4th of July is also on Independence Day for Denmark.
Is it really?
Kinda. Yeah, it's the day we were free from the Nazis during World War II. It's the day they just packed up and said, "We're out of here," and we're like, "Yay, finally!"
Well, that's kind of
And the
amazing.
4th of April, and the 4th of April is the day they invaded us. Just like took our country in an hour. We were quick to give up. We just imagine this, like the whole of the German army just moving in from the bottom of our country, and
We
ships
didn't really have a
docked in
choice.
all of our. The only things protecting our country was a little 20mm cannon housed in a fucking house on the corner. It managed to shoot, I think, 17 German light armored vehicles before it
Yes.
got blown up, and then literally we had no weapons to fight them. It was like, okay, we give
I
up.
think it was one Danish guy that died under that.
It took
that
an
time.
hour. It's just an hour after the war started. Well, we give up. That's it. Sorry.
Well, we didn't really have a choice if we wanted a Denmark.
Nah.
Oh yeah, well, we destroyed Iraq for absolutely no reason.
Yes, and
What do you talk about? There was oil there, valuable
right.
resources.
Sorry, I
not
forgot about
in
the
your
oil.
hands. I think
forgot
that
about
was
the oil.
very much justified.
yes, yes. If we had gotten the oil, we would just have sold it from a bottle of wine. So
No, we would have
Yes.
sold it for less. A can of
Oh,
beer.
God.
no,
Yeah, a can
we
of
had
beer.
a
No.
Danish politician who decided to sell oil off for a bottle of wine.
It's actually the same story about how Denmark got to be a Christian country, you know? The Danish king just drinks some wine together with the little missionary, and suddenly he's like, "Hey, do you want to be Christians?" And he's just like, "Yeah, hell, why not?" It's just
Maybe
like,
after
"Oh,
this trip.
well, now we're Christians."
Well, we did have a Danish king in England, so
Yeah, but still, it's just like, when anything bad happens here, it's because of alcohol. Yet everyone drinks it still. Just like, yeah, it's cultural, you know.
Oh my God.
That's what we call it when people are drinking a lot on the streets. Just like, they're not drunk, they're just cultural. It's,
They're practicing their
yeah,
culture.
they're practicing. Yeah, it's so ridiculous, but it's kind of funny too. I have the pleasure place of Dirketto.
Do you want to move north?
Sure.
We could actually build stuff ahead of time because I have a ton of rock and wood over here.
You just tell me what you need and I'll get it.
Actually, I already have it. I like.
Then you just tell me what to do.
How big do you think the base should be? Like how many? I can make 67 foundations, but so not really, but like 20.
Hmm.
Actually, somebody else should do this so you can go up levels.
But I can't build that high level stuff yet.
Oh, I was just gonna build sandstone. You can't do that up there.
Oh, yeah, sandstone I can, yeah. I
Alright.
thought you were gonna do higher level stuff.
Well, now you're making me want to. now I'm being influenced.
Well, we could just
I'm-
make the sandstone for now. We'll have to upgrade, I think.
Yeah, well here you go. It's all in this one chest right here. If somebody wants to go up levels.
I want to. Don't tell Alex.
You have to mute him or he hears you.
Fuck! Too late. Okay, so do we want another tower or just a square base?
I don't care.
Yeah, I'll make a little of both then.
I mean, you can always count the blocks here, and then you'll know what you'll need if you want to do this again.
Well, if we want to build
Alright,
a
but
bigger
you
base
made
than 10 by 10, we need to make it the main base.
a
Yeah,
10 by 10.
we would just come back and destroy this.
No, we could just make this an outpost instead.
Oh, that's cool. You can just write that on the sign?
Yes. Outpost. So,
It's the Noob River Outpost.
clear name outpost and then the number 2, 3, or 4.
Well, you read the rules better than I did, so just tell us if we're doing something wrong.
Oh.
He speaks the truth!
Hold on a second, be right back.
Well,
I'm gonna do that hexagon design then. Craft 10 of those. 10 of those.
Alright.
I'm making a little bit of both.
well, I just want to make sure that I know how to abuse the rules.
Oh, yeah.
No, what he means is how to follow them best for our
Yes.
purposes.
Follow the rules and then get around.
So, how about you make
I want to be able to kill people by following the rules.
Right. How about you make
Okay.
the structures to build the place, and we'll start working on making things like blacksmith stuff and stuff.
Oh yeah,
That way we have it already.
I'm just crafting away.
Just tell me when you make something, and I'll not make it also.
I'm just making foundations, so...
Okay, I'm gonna work on the forge.
Yep.
Shouldn't take very long.
Find out how many of each we're gonna need.
I think we should make 2 probably, at least. Not that it matters really.
Honestly, I do not know.
Are you guys?
I'm not going to fight that one
What?
yet.
Are you? One of you's around me moaning. Where are you?
I'm inside, but that's because I'm insane.
I can. You sure it's not the place outside here?
I think it's me. I'm
Less of-
encumbered.
Oh, okay.
It may be the lesser wheel of pain you are hearing.
Oh, maybe. But it's not usually a girl. It's that guy making that noise.
Then it could be me, but I didn't hear it myself, so I have no idea.
Oh yeah, Night, you missed our day-night thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that was so irritating.
We had a bit of a discussion about if it was day or night.
But why?
It was both. On my server, it was nighttime, and he's in bright daylight.
Yep.
What?
I thought he was lying until he had to take a picture of it. So I feel kind of bad now, but I was like, no.
No, it must be sarcasm.
That's right. That's what I said. I go, your accent, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. I'm not fluent in sarcasm in your accent at all.
Oh, actually, that's quite a fun fact. Danish people are just so sarcastic at all times of the day.
Yes.
Or at any times in their life.
We are so sarcastic that Americans don't know when we are sarcastic.
God, you guys must not get along with Germans very well, because they're never sarcastic.
I think the term would be never funny, but
Yeah.
same.
I think we get along
If
pretty
they
well. with
laugh,
Germany.
they go to jail.
Well,
That's how it feels.
there's this guy, that's a friend of mine he likes to get me to play Rust. His name is Adalbert. And
Yeah?
I make jokes a lot. I joke all the time. He never gets my jokes. He explains my jokes. Like I'll say something like probably gonna need about 10,000 wood for that, and he'll be like, actually you need about 345 wood. And I'm like, I know, Adalbert, I was just kidding. I know you don't need. I know.
Next time, just use the term. We're gonna need a metric shit ton.
A metric.
A metric shit ton. That's what we're gonna need. And if he still says that, I would give up. I'm sorry, but I would give up.
He's a cool guy. It's just he doesn't get the jokes.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes he does. Sometimes he does. But a lot of times he doesn't. He just explains my jokes.
6, 12.
Actually, that would be impossible. There's no way to carry 10,000 stone.
There's no way.
Well, I can do it.
When did he suddenly become African American?
No, I was accidentally doing Austria, I think.
Oh, Austria.
Yes.
Wait,
I don't
Austria?
Yeah, well, I was accidentally doing Arnold. I accidentally went into Arnold a little bit.
Ah, get to the Java! It's so fucking hard.
So much energy to do Arnold.
Also, just his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you even know what that means, Schwarzenegger, in German?
It sounds racist.
Very much. It means black nigger.
Does it?
His fucking surname is Black Nigger. No,
Are you serious?
yeah. Well, yes, I am serious.
Oh my god.
What means black and nigger? Well, just.
Well, it's Nicarian, so.
But they've been called that forever, that family, so it's just a racist thing legal, I guess.
That's
Well,
amazing.
nigger wasn't necessarily a racist thing.
It's not a racist thing because it's a name, but if you translate it, it's racist.
No, it's only racist when you use it as a racist thing. It's
right.
It's describing people from a certain place in the world.
Yeah, you go to Harlem and say black nigger and see if you don't get in trouble. Oh, it's just my last name.
You won't get in trouble in America. But in America, everything is racist.
I know,
so
you're so right.
That's funny because
no matter
Denmark,
what you say, it's racist.
In Denmark, you can say a racist thing to the person who it's racist against, and they'll just laugh it off. Just like, yeah, that's so right. And you'll be like,
yeah, that's the way it should be. It really should be like that.
Most people don't take you seriously when you're racist in Denmark.
No.
They do in the capital area because, well, they're kind of weird like that.
It's the devil's island. So.
Yeah. It's Sweden.
Sweden, the country we don't get along with.
Might as well just sell it to them.
It's really amazing that you don't get along with Sweden. I've never even...
It's so feministic nowadays.
It's not because we don't like them, it's just a joke that's been running for millennia.
I don't know.
Well, I don't like Sweden nowadays.
It's just, we don't, it's not because we actually don't like the people, we just like to not like them and they agree. It's just...
They concur.
It's really hard to explain, we just like to hate them because we're neighbors. It's like the US and Mexico. What's this name?
That's hilarious.
Except we have had a lot of wars. And that's just all we complain about when we talk about each other. Most of what is
nowadays.
Sweden today used to be Denmark and Norway as well. Then there was a losing war and we was like, okay, we'd rather see Norway free as their own country than ever in the hands of Sweden.
Yes.
Right here, take your country, we don't give a shit anymore. That's how it happens. So fantastic.
Well, it was not Sweden's. So.
It was so fun. Sweden just sent letters about giving up Norway back to them, and it's just like, well, we have already declared them their independent state. Oh, well, we'll just take this part of your country instead, then, and it's just some place that didn't really matter to us, so it's just, yeah, sure.
I don't think Nuclear Goat is kidding when he says he hates Sweden.
No, nowadays Sweden is just feminist, so there's nothing really to like about it anymore.
Because I asked him once, and he sent me this GIF this chart of all the wars that have ever happened between.
Oh, yes.
As proof of why they suck.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that was 109 years ago.
Yeah, but the feelings. I think the reason we hate them is if you look at the statistics, we have a very big lose rate. Ever since we became Christian, it just went downhill. It's like, oh god.
Oh,
We
It
should
was
go
really
back to
funny.
being Vikings.
No, actually not. I don't think so. It's a bad idea.
It's the only right thing to do.
But it could, let's just say it could be funny, because I'd be like, oh, I need some meat, better go to England and get some then. I'm not buying it.
It's okay, no one's gonna buy anything from America soon.
Oh no. It's not that we don't, it's not that we don't want to, we just can't.
Yeah, it's the tariffs are too high now.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Also, even England is leaving the EU.
Yeah.
And the EU is trying to pass a law making memes illegal.
Means
Yeah.
all of them?
Yep, a new copyright law is going in. So if you take anything that exists and use the fair use of it, it's now illegal. It's a new thing they have passed. In a few days they will pass it.
Wow, that
As it
seems
stands
kind of
right now.
harsh.
And it's like, I think Denmark is gonna leave EU as well, and just be like, yeah, we don't need you anymore. See ya. It's like they tried to make cinnamon illegal because it's poisonous in very large quantities. So ridiculous.
So
Yes,
so
you
is
will-
water.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, so is water. Everything is fucking poisonous in great amounts. But it's just like, they were like, okay, we're gonna fucking make this illegal, and Denmark was just the first country to be like, yeah, well, we're out then, see ya. Because our entire
think
culture is built around cinnamon and alcohol. It's
think
like
try
the
to
only
use
things
kids
we
as-
have.
I think they try to use kids as the reason why it should be illegal.
Yeah. It was kind of ridiculous. Let's put it like that.
So in this chest over here, next to the cooking area, I'm putting the things that I'm building. So
Oh,
if you don't
okay.
Alright.
duplicate it.
I'll just put in what I have crafted so far.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's so
We
funny
had
when I get in an
very-
argument with people about culture and stuff. It sucks because I always have to bring up video games as why I know things, because most of my culture comes from like listening to people that I talk to on games. So like we'll be in a heated conversation. I'll be like, oh yeah, well I talked to a friend in Denmark and oh really, your friends in Denmark? Yeah, that's a video game, but they're real people.
Yeah.
It really weakens an argument quite a bit when you say video game.
It does. It does.
Well,
You just say, I heard it from my friends. Just leave it at that. It would be more trustworthy.
Yeah.
you should just ask the people you're arguing with. Well, where does Denmark where is Denmark?
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't.
You don't-
They'll say they'll ask if it's a part of the EU country. It's
The
ridiculous.
EU country.
Yeah. We went to Texas. Most people thought that the EU was an entire country, and I'm like,
what?
I'm sorry, what? It's just
They're not
what they
that smart
thought
in
in
Texas.
no.
Well,
But then
American
again, it was the
kids.
city folk we talked to, the guys who live organic and never does anything else. Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, mate, just in general, people, young people, don't usually know that much about other countries.
yeah, it's true.
So the school system is really going down as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also in
The
Denmark,
feminists
it
is not
sucks
making
now.
it any better.
Well,
Oh.
the extremist feminist, you mean? Because some of
Well-
them are using a good cause, some of them
Well-
are
well-
overreacting.
Usually when people call themselves feminists, other than in few cases, it's usually the extremists.
Yeah.
I think only a select few of the so-called feminists is actually trying to do something good.
Yeah, they
Might
just everybody needs a club. It seems like sometimes they don't even care
Yeah.
what they believe in.
It's even funny that Emma Watson
I think
has been
that's
called
I
out.
think that's why a lot of people who play games don't have these social issues, because you just got online friends to play with. We don't need that weird community they have at a club.
Yeah,
Just like, yeah, we don't really care. Can I go home now and play some games instead? just really how it feels sometimes.
why can't I find Smith?
It's also very hard to tell your grandparents when you're like, oh yeah, I make computer stuff. Oh, so is that like setting up printers?
Yeah,
Right, yeah, of course. Same thing. It's impossible to tell them what it's about.
oh yeah, I don't know. My wife's Nana watches my stream. She's 83 years old. She's not on right now, but she's watched it before, and she likes it like a movie. It's really weird.
Well, it's a live movie.
Yeah.
That's my grandparents can't understand I watch it, but I think that's because they don't understand much of the stuff I watch because it's English. So they don't understand the fun in it. Or any of it, for that matter.
Yeah. Why can't I find blacksmith in crafting?
Sometimes you have to search for it because there's too many items you can craft.
Oh, here it is. Yep. Indeed.
Okay, so I don't know if you could look at what I've crafted so far. Like 18 walls plus 4 windows, 2 doors, 13 wedges, 15.
So should we wait with moving until the purchase happened?
Oh my God, you're right. Won't this set make us purge?
I don't know if it will make the purge happen, but I'm not sure if it will be prepared to defend the place.
It's okay. I'll just make Armageddon. It's okay.
You will just make Armageddon.
Yes. Actually,
But,
I think we should make a giant Trojan horse.
And do what with it?
And
Just
give it
have
to
it as a
another
base.
player.
No, just have it as our base. People will be really confused walking by, be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they probably.
What is that big horse doing here?
The admins will be like, "Is that 4x4 or what?"
Technically, we only have 4 foundations touching the ground. That's what I call a 4x4 in my books.
What character was that?
A very, very stupid architect type. I don't know.
Oh, that was great. It sounded familiar. That's why I was wondering.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
It might have been all the fucking Reign of Kings.
Corners. Have you seen the new female superhero?
I don't think so.
What?
Good.
What?
You can't just leave it there.
No,
Tell
no,
us.
no, I will find a picture of it.
Oh, is it the end?
Yeah, I was like that as well, Jack. You can't just fucking end it there. That's mean.
Well, I'm usually called the person
mean
without
green
feelings. So,
Oh, so not the mean green machine.
no,
Boring.
that was another. So,
Actually, now that I think about it, my character might be part gorilla.
Another random comment. What?
Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Well, there's gorillas in the games. But oh, actually, I might be part gorilla. I'm hanging from the roof more than I walk. Just random just my randomness. Sorry.
I am used to your randomness, actually. I understand.
I am the random guy. That's why Nuclear ever played with me. Just sometimes the randomness just happens. Oh yeah, I need roofs.
Do you ever play with Elmo or Bonzo anymore?
Nope, they're in the army.
Oh, right.
They ride sometimes, but mostly they like having a few days off and they leave again. Mandatory stuff.
Yes. I'm just lucky enough to not be part of it.
Well, I'm apparently too fat.
Yes, that was the same thing I got, so.
You what?
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
like, oh yeah, you're too fat. Just go home. Okay, see ya.
You don't have to be in the army.
Nope, you don't have to. Even if you're fit for the army, you go into a little room together with a military commandant or officer or something, and he has a little box of small leaflets with numbers inside.
Yeah.
The higher the number, and if you have like 2,000 on the number, you can just be like, yeah, I don't want to go to the army, and you don't go. But if you get like 10, you're supposed to go, but because so many people voluntarily go to the army, they don't need them, so it's just like, do you really want to go? No? Okay, we'll give it to someone else.
Oh.
It's just like that. It's so
Yeah.
many people would go.
I thought it was mandatory for some reason.
Nope.
Well, it is mandatory to some part.
It would be, but it's like a lucky draw number thing when you get
Yeah.
there, and even then, if you should
Oh.
go but you don't want to, they'll ask you and they'll just pull another number for you and be like, this is what you got, okay? And just leave.
Oh wow.
Really cheaty, but it's because so many people actually want to go, so rather get those guys in. I guess.
And if you ever want to go, you can always just go in and get a nail.
Oh yeah, you can also always go. Not that we do it.
Well, it depends on the
I'd
situation
fit
in the
as a
world.
chef in the military. I'd be the chef. Just stand there.
I would probably
be
go
fat,
to be an
make
engineer, to be honest.
What?
Engineer. Repairing vehicles.
Oh, an engineer.
Yes.
Engineer.
Okay, hold on a second. Be right back.
Or
Alright.
as we call them in Battlefield, random vehicle repair guys. Because they
Yes.
don't have enough.
Though I can't wait to play Battlefield 5.
I can. And will.
You will wait?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't actually like the look of it. I don't know why. It's my favorite war out of
Back.
all the wars in the world, and got my favorite weapons. and
What don't you like
that.
the look of?
Battlefield 5.
Oh.
Don't know why. I just don't like. the
Though
look of it.
it's funny.
It's got a lot
we-
of cool, and it's really good graphics. It's got all my favorite guns, but I just think that the Battlefield play is not the experience I want with a World War II game. Like Arma 2 World
That's
War II
pretty-
would be amazing.
Though, right. It's funny reading comments about the female person with the arm.
Yeah, the hook.
Yes. They keep calling it a robot arm.
That's weird.
That is
Even
weird.
though
I just don't
even
really
though
like
there's a
it.
picture of that prosthetic arm in World War II. So
Yeah. Well, I think what people is whining about the most is that women, unless on the Eastern Front, didn't really fight in the war.
though I think it's a what was it? A
only
freedom
the
fighter.
Russians.
I think
Yeah,
it was a
but-
freedom fighter, not a military person.
But even then, American and English freedom fighters didn't come as females. They were field medics, yes.
no,
they were never on the front
they had
lines.
female spies.
Yeah, they had. But they
And
were
female
often
spies-
from the. But they were
female-
often from the countries in which they were spying in.
Not
It was
necessarily. At least not in the beginning. Because you need people to build the spy networks, and she may just have been a part of that. And then
The only
stayed.
people, the only women that really took part of the fighting in World War II were the Polish and the Russian women.
But to be honest, I
took
don't really
active
care
role.
about that.
Just look up
People
the
can
night-
call it rewriting history, but I would just say it's Battlefield.
It's not rewriting history, and they're just
No,
saying
but-
it's their take of it anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yes, but the people keep claiming that just rewriting history.
But when they say it's their take on it, it's not the
Yeah.
real thing.
But people still call it that, and it says that it's feminists trying to rewrite history. Because woman.
I don't understand.
So it's not something that you need to understand.
Okay,
It's
I
just
think
going to
only-
the dark side.
only floor plans is needed now, I think.
What is?
Only the floors are needed now. I've made a shit ton of
Oh, okay.
walls and so on. I think it's okay now. Not that I've really gained any levels.
Did you look at the picture I sent?
Oh, not
Yep.
yet. Let me look.
Superhero.
All right.
So do you want to be fat?
That's.
Okay. What? Destroy your own
I
life.
see your logic, but I will actively ignore it.
I hear you.
I may be fat, but
Yeah.
I don't want more fat male heroes. That is not what I'm looking
Yeah,
for,
no.
to be honest.
If I want to see superheroes, it's gotta be Wonder Woman. Or something along those lines.
Well, it just needs to be
Or
some
actually,
good-looking superheroes instead of fat,
just
ugly
be Thor.
people.
Yeah, I think that's fine. If somebody can try to make a successful superhero movie with that woman, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
No, I will give them one thing. It is a new superhero.
But
So-
but think of it in another way. Now I'm making games and I know what the thoughts that's going through people doing stuff like this, and it's just ticking all the boxes. It's literally all there is to it.
Yep.
You're ticking all the boxes.
They also tried to do it with G.I. Joe. Though it
Yeah,
didn't.
but it's the same thing with Battlefield. Like they're just ticking all the boxes because that's how it is today. You just got to have these things in the games, or else you're
Yeah.
gonna be condemned by other firms, and it's just a stupid cycle of retardedness.
Well, the most stupid thing is having a.
It's like if the
Wasteful,
game,
but-
if it's like if the phone game I'm making right now with my roommate, if we didn't add female characters, the game just wouldn't be successful. Even if it was a fun game, it wouldn't be successful for that lone fact.
You know, it's funny you say that because one of my biggest problems with playing Rust is that I'm a woman and I can't stop being a woman.
Oh yeah, but that's because of how Gary made the game. And I absolutely love that guy. Oh god.
I applaud what he's trying to do. I just don't want to be part of it.
Do you know how it actually makes that out?
What do you
It's
mean?
a calculation done to your Steam ID
What?
that yeah, it's a calculation that takes your Steam ID, does a weird calculation with it, and it ends with a 0 or a 1. And if you're the 1, you're a woman. If you're the 0, you're a man. And then another calculation is done to calculate the size of your genitals.
Oh my god, you're kidding.
Nope,
No,
it's
that's
really
nuts.
true. And that's just the thing he added because he wanted to, and it's just so fun.
So you're
And
saying
the reason
my
you
s-
can't choose yourself is because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently not. So
But
you
he's
mean
just such
my
a troll
Steam ID
guy.
ends at 1?
What?
My Steam ID ends in a 1?
Yeah, mine
no,
does.
it doesn't end. It doesn't end in a 1. It's just he does a calculation with all of it,
Oh.
like all the numbers and all the letters, all made into different numbers, and then he does a weird calculation with it, and the outcome is either male or female. And also the
Oh,
length of your
God.
genitals is included. It's so weird,
Oh god.
but it's such a fun thing, and it just fits his personality because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I do like that
So
he does
many-
it. I just don't
so
like being part
many-
of it.
Yeah.
Well,
but so-
you should try and read Face Punch's hiring practices.
Oh yeah, hiring people is really funny in that firm. It's just like, we don't really care if you're working on our games or not, just fucking work on games and we'll pay you. You could fucking lick it and still get paid and they wouldn't even know.
And you don't need to move to England to work at the studio. You can just work from home and masturbate all day. You don't give a fuck as long as you do something.
It's really fucking
Is
good.
this our mission statement?
I think so. I'll try and find it. It's so good. He is the most troll guy there existed. And all he ever does is to make fun. That's
Yes.
all he cares about. That's also why he just jumps on and off the projects that their company is making, because then he want to work there a little, he gets bored, he jumps onto the next project and quits the other.